Angelo Badalamenti.
Angelo Badalamenti.
Mr. Lynch, lives only behind forever. The money must be simple, more 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 simple. Lynch. It's May 21, 2025, Wednesday. Happy Twin Peaks to return. Anniversary there in the States. Also premiered in Cannes. Festival in Cannes 8 years ago to everyone. In neighbors, we seems totally clear. Sky atmosphere in general. Absolut Sweden, some little clouds. Totally clear. Sky atmosphere in general. As yesterday was totally cloudy. Esatto, contrario di me. Soluzioni positive, where many days when you have presumed Scott condition, and tutto si mette a sistemare, se c'è dietro la figura, sono in 14, senti, ma non tu se si inizia e soffre, perché mi eseguire, Microsoft, classica di spinto solo per questa parte del secondo, sta pensando di andare finché voglio se non voglio cinese, se poi I'm sure it was amazing cuisine, but it's made of my purpose because I'm sure to change. It's better not to spare so it's free and use and development. So for the road, fact, some in the winter, just for students of because I'm an attitude for the winter, so it does in general, all the seasons. As a human, it is for me, was a figure of absolutely ben copie e sa it seems that just first tomorrow's party of a spin but really says every fall it was a Friday at the same time it was a slight sun early sun it was here where me it's went more than 20 days of me and so it means that we are going to January and going to summer so un oggettivo for that but for me I was forced to fare people for me in general was still matter the scrap so in general so I don't know if I can say many things just for you it's good not to completely if I can be flip as much things as you magari referendum che caratterizzazione si dice per vita di figura se grazie per fare non potete in questa civile se io mi dico cloudy at the moment of you but later but I don't trust you because in fact considering the world yesterday it was totally cloudy I think that we can also consider to this direction but practically I think later only began if mostly cloudy and also that and also that materine if the moment is truly remote possibility But se sei andato senza coincidenza, questa secondo me in inizio clear, come scrive, priori clear. Well, maximum most little, bene. So si forma da, dico, quindi il numero di non si più pratica, senza modificarsi in alfa, in fact, when the sentence si mette in quote from what it, also for writing to love for fact, it si curti e ridi, senza modificarsi in alfa. Ora, also, ad esempio, il pensamento su questi visible near me, to also make it better visible for me, sentire viene lasciato. Azioni simili a genere ricordi che uscire mi sono stati mi viene corti in genere mi sono stati con me eccetera azioni simili a genere finally insomma mi dico che sono importanti e PG ci sono fare o sono si che sono simili a genere stiamo le piccole fuori cioè riporta di stare quindi dovrò sono una mesistra sono una selfa sono schiese e finally you get the breakfast today it's non importa se ti scrivi so slightly it's just obviously just important enough for but the important thing to show is that me also be fortunate to sono miliardi and as you see like si sono absolutely as you know it's sweet but it's sicuro che fino a 18 mi fai il biscuits tra me beautiful colors between beautiful biscuits and cereals think one of the regarding the kind of Northside, one of the best from the best kind is chips cookie, chocolate chip cookies. They have to say it was also fair to biscuit. Mr. Lynch but particularly another two things that really want to and I did. First one is about to milk, practically no shots, 20 minutes later of your sono su scioccato, su qualche cosa che ho lasciato, all'inizio sono questo breakfast, questo è la sfida che ti va se non ti ma ti si fa come fare sta con anzi for me salsa non ci piace because questa cosa dice qui la mamma anzi si fa così la because è really super bella. Non sto molto lepe ma vuoi sì